Good afternoon, Vancouver. I'm Mayor Ann McInerney-Ogle, and today is Wednesday, March 9th. Thank you to Jeb Baldridge and Aaron Mackey, our American Sign Language interpreters today. We've come a long way in the last month, and we're about to move to the next chapter in our fight against the COVID virus. As you probably know, Governor Jay Inslee announced last week that Washington State is lifting its indoor mask mandate on March 12th. The acceleration of the demasking protocols is the result of the latest guidance from the CDC and the continued significant decline of the activity of the virus. This graphic shows the steep decline in cases per 100,000 residents in Clark County from late January through March 3rd, with almost 10 times fewer cases reported, dropping from over 2,500 to 264 per 100,000 residents. I want to point out that the indoor mask mandate that's being lifted March 12th doesn't apply to all facilities. Masks will still be required in certain settings, including healthcare, corrections facilities, long-term care facilities, and on C-Tran buses. Also, local governments are still able to enact local mask requirements, and the same goes for private businesses. We ask that you please respect the rules of the room wherever you are, and please be patient and civil with each other as we work our way through this difficult time of adjustment for all of us. While this news is welcome for most in the community, we want to remind you that the highly contagious Omicron variant is still with us. Timely access to testing remains essential to keep the case rate dropping. Free COVID-19 home test kits are still available through both Washington State and the federal government. Washington has an ample supply of test kits and now allows up to 2 orders per household per month. Each order contains 5 tests, so that's 10 tests per month per household. You can order those sayyescovidhometests.org. If you're already ordering from this site, you can do it again. And the federal government is now offering an additional order of 4 free home test kits, and you can access those at covidtests.org. At-home COVID-19 tests can provide results in as little as 15 minutes and are essential to helping keep this infection rate on its downward path. We expect to hear more from the Washington State Department of Health and Governor Inslee soon about what the next steps will look like for the future. And again, one of the biggest reminders and what we can take away from what we've been seeing is the importance of vaccines. Data continues to highlight the fact that COVID-19 vaccines are highly effective at preventing severe illness that can lead to hospitalization and death. Most COVID-19 cases and deaths continue to be in those who are not vaccinated. As of the end of February, more than 13 million doses of the COVID-19 vaccine had been delivered in our state to almost 6 million people. Over 2.5 million boosters were delivered in that same time frame. Here at the City of Vancouver, we are working on what our next steps will be now that the indoor mask mandate is about to be lifted. The city is closely tracking news from the state and what it means for our operations. Our other COVID-19 protocols remain in place: frequent hand washing, use of hand sanitizers, and physical distancing. We remain committed to keeping our community healthy and safe while ensuring our services and the work of our city government remain open and accessible. And finally, as we look toward our city's long-term economic recovery, more support is on the way. The City of Vancouver will receive $32.6 million from the federal government to support local pandemic recovery through the American Rescue Plan Act. We're working alongside the community on how best to deploy these funds to support long-term economic and livability improvements in historically vulnerable areas of Vancouver, including the Fourth Plain Multicultural District in central Vancouver and Main Street corridors downtown. Stay tuned for more details about these critical investments in the coming months. Thank you so much for joining me for today's update. Be well, Vancouver. Stay safe.